thinking about moving to Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys, and more specifically, Crozet, Virginia? Well, today Stefan and I are going to take you on a little tour of downtown Crozet, and we're going to take you into some neighborhoods and show you different houses at different price points that may fit your budget. And if you stick around until the end of the video, this stargate is going to show you a hidden gem that we found right outside Crozet. You're not going to want to miss this, so stick around until the end of the video.
And we're going to get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Virginia, from its beautiful mountains to valleys, then click on that subscribe button and touch that bell so you can be the first to be notified about all of the information about the real estate market here in Virginia, from its beautiful mountains to its valleys. Hi, my name's Stefan Gleason, and apparently today is Turkey Gleason, along with my wife and partner Leslie. And
hey, I'm Leslie.
we get phone calls and emails every day just from folks just like you who are looking to make a move to Virginia, and we absolutely love it.
We do.
So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, just pick up the phone and give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. The information's all in the description down below, and we'll be happy to help you make your move to Virginia as smooth as possible. Now, as Leslie mentioned earlier, today we're in Crozet, Virginia. We're outside the senior living community here, which has a really neat mural painted here on the wall. Shows some of the fruits and vegetables that are raised here in the area. But we figured to get the day started off, this individual here.
I'm a coffee addict, sorry, Keith. You're going to figure that out. You're going to see me with coffee all the time.
Coffee, 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 as she says. So,
but right over there,
go ahead and
we're
tell
going to show you the Mud House Coffee Roasters, which is one of the very famous, popular places to go get coffee here in Crozet.
So let's go get her some coffee.
Yay. So
we can have her up and going today.
All right, coffee addiction averted. Yum yum. I got a mud cup. It's a good cup. Espresso's good.
Thank goodness we can go and do something now. So let's go. We'll take you around town, show you a little bit of the town, and we'll take you into our first neighborhood.
So before we get started in showing you the downtown neighborhoods here in Crozet, I wanted to let you know that a little bit about the history of Crozet. In the 1870s, it was known as a whistle-stop town, and actually the original train depot is the visitor center here in Crozet, which is kind of cool. We're also standing in front of one of the locally owned businesses here, and it is the hardware store. There's also a locally owned pharmacy down the road here. So just thought we might want to know those things.
So we're here in our first neighborhood, Western Ridge, and one of the things that as I drove into Western Ridge, it reminded me of, you can see we're on a trail, and this trail actually runs through the entire community, but there's also a lot of trails that want to run right through Crozet. What was the name of those, Leslie?
They're called all trails, and they are hiking, biking, walking your dog type of trails. They rank them from easy to difficult.
Yeah, and so kind of neat. So if you're looking for recreation and without even having to go up into the mountains for it, you got it right here in and around and through all of Crozet. So, but here in the Western Ridge neighborhood, the home prices in this area are very similar to the rest of Crozet. As a matter of fact, Crozet, the average home price right now for sale is about $620,000, which is about $239 a square foot. The homes in this particular neighborhood are anywhere from $450,000 to about $850,000. So there's a really large span of home pricing in this neighborhood, which allows for people of different income levels to be able to move in and to live in this neighborhood. One of the things about the homes in this neighborhood, as far as the size of the home goes, is obviously your lower priced homes are going to be a little smaller, and the ones in the $450,000 range, you're going to have about 2,000 square feet, 1,800, 2,000 square feet on average. And of course, your larger homes in the 8s are going to be 4, 5, maybe even 6,000 square feet. There is a sweet spot in the neighborhood, though, and that's a lot of homes here in the 6s. Now, I will say this, that there's a lot of homes in the 4s as well, but a lot of homes in the 6s seems to be a very sweet spot, like I say, here in this neighborhood. The homes are about 20 20 years old, anywhere from 15 to 25 years old, so not a terribly new development, but we've seen as we drive them through a lot of pride of ownership in the community, and the houses are in very nice shape, and yeah, very good community. If you like tennis and you like swimming, this might be the community for you. There's a swim club and a tennis club here as well, and a little gym, everything. So makes it really, really nice. This community is about 5 minutes from downtown Crozet, where you saw the coffee freak here this morning, and if you're going to Charlottesville, you're looking at probably about 20 to 25 minutes to get to most places in the Charlottesville area. So one of the other neat things about the community, like I say, we had a walking path, and there's actually up in toward the front, we'll take a picture of it on the way out, but there's a nice little lake, and the walking trail goes right by the lake, and so kind of a neat little
playground down there.
yeah, kind of a neat little thing here in the neighborhood. So we're going to take you to the first house we want to show you, and just show you a little bit about this neighborhood and what you can get for your money in this particular neighborhood. So one of the other things as we come up to the house we wanted to take a look at, one of the other things about this community that we really like is the fact there's a lot of cul-de-sacs off of the main drag, and there's even cul-de-sacs off the cul-de-sacs, which is just really nice. Makes it a little more private, and breaks up the straight back and forth, up and down. So really nice thing about it. So here's the house we wanted to talk about. This particular home recently sold last year in 2022. It sold for $443,500. It was built in 1999. It has 4 bedrooms, and it has 2.5 baths. It has 2,066 square feet, which if you break that down, that's about $215 a square foot, which is a little bit less than the current average that's on the market right now. It does have about 1/3 of an acre lot as well, and backs up to the woods. And so like I say, that's our first neighborhood here, and we're going to take you on over and show you the second one. So we're here in the Gray Rock neighborhood, and the Gray Rock neighborhood is very conveniently located at downtown. Probably a minute or two away. Yeah. Now if you're in the south side or the main part of Gray Rock, it's actually a few minutes more. Just on the other side, there's a lake right here that divides the main part of Gray Rock from Gray Rock North. And so it's actually, you can't get from one side to the other
Unless you walk.
Unless you walk, that's true. And but so it's a little bit further to go around that way to get to that part, but it's still very convenient to downtown, just a few, several minutes, but it take a couple extra minutes more than what it would here. But like I say, here in the Gray Rock neighborhood, one of the things that I like about this neighborhood is that every street has sidewalks on it. And I turn around, you look up the street here, and you can see all the sidewalks on both sides of the street, which makes it very safe, very convenient, very easy to walk on as well. Definitely a nice walking neighborhood. And there's some of the yards here are a little bit smaller than maybe some of the other neighborhoods here in town, but still yet even there's other neighborhoods that have even smaller yards than this here in the Crozet area. So overall it's not bad. One of the things you saw that in this side, there's a lot of mature trees along the streets here, and one of the reasons is this part of the neighborhood, the south side, most of it was built about 17 to 18 years ago, and the north side was built about part of it was built about 7 years ago. So there's a little bit of a break there between the two different sides, but each one of the sides has its own unique character to it. While both of them have great mountain views, you'll see when we do our focus house up here that there's some really great mountain views on the north side. But down here, like I say, you've got the more mature trees and things like that. If you're going to go over to Charlottesville, again, it's about a 25-minute drive over to downtown Charlottesville. You can be there. Most of the houses in this neighborhood are from 3 to 5 bedrooms. They range anywhere from about 2,000 to 4,000 square feet. And as far as the price goes, you're looking at about $500,000 to $725,000 in this neighborhood. And as Leslie would said, you can walk from one side of the neighborhood to the other. So if I turn around here, you can see there's a path down there, and there's a corner of the lake anyway. walk across the dam and get to the other side of the neighborhood. Like I say, just something unique about this neighborhood where you have part of it on one side of the lake and part of it on the other side of the lake. But as I mentioned, there's a north side here as well, and so we're going to take you over to that side and share with you a focus home in that particular neighborhood. So we're here in the north side of the Grey Rock community, and one of the great things about this side is you can look behind and you can just see the mountains up there in the background. Here's beautiful views right here at the bottom of them, and so again, just what a place. I mean,
yeah.
And so what I'll do, I want to go ahead, I want to turn around and share with you the house here. I want to take a look at this particular house. Is currently on the market. It's listed for $690,000. It is a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath home. It was built in 2015. It has about 3,665 square feet, which brings it to about $188 a square foot. So comparatively with the average price of what's going in town right now, this is well below, well below the typical square footage price right now. The lot is a little bit smaller. It's not quite a quarter acre. It's 0.23. And of course you do have neighbors behind you and things like that, but there you can look here and you can see there are still trees back there and things like that, especially in the summertime, it separates those houses. So that's the Grey Rock neighborhood, and the North Grey Rock neighborhood, and then, like I say, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take you to the last neighborhood we're going to take a look at today. So we're here in our last neighborhood, the Old Trail neighborhood here in Crozet, and one of the things about the Old Trail neighborhood, it's probably the largest single neighborhood, in the area of Crozet. A lot of homes here that are still being built, a lot of homes currently for sale as well. Really has a community type feel to it, but it is part of a program, the Rural Urban Development, and it is filled with, as you can see here, like townhouses.
Different types of houses.
Yeah.
Single-family houses, townhouses, condominiums.
Yeah. And so if you're looking for a particular type of home, there's a good chance you're going to find it here. Matter of fact, there's about 25 different styles of homes here in Old Trail. And as a matter of fact, Old Trail is divided up into 4 villages. It's divided into the village center, the village highlands, and then the east village and the west village. And so a lot of neat things here, and we're going to take you over to one of the properties and show you a little bit about it here. So because Old Trail is such a large community, we wanted to show you several homes in the Old Trail neighborhood here. And the first one literally is about 200 yards, 300 yards from downtown center, just straight that way. And this particular property is an end townhome, contemporary townhome. It was built in 2018. It has 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, has 2,371 square feet, and that's about $217 a square foot, which is pretty good in Crozet. Yeah.
Other properties in Crozet.
Yeah, well, even a little less. It's actually about $230 is the average square foot price going in Crozet right now. So not bad on that. As you can see, it is a 4-story property, and one of the neat things about this particular property is if you look behind it, you can see the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains, and you can see up at the very top on the 4th floor, there's a nice patio up there on top. And so imagine coming out and enjoying the Blue Ridge Mountains, the views, the summertime, especially in the fall time of the year as well. And you have the opportunity to do that here in Crozet, in the Old Trail neighborhood. Another really neat thing about Old Trail is there's a lot of walking trails through Crozet, cycling trails, and so just very easy to get around Crozet.
The other thing about Crozet properties is a lot of them have garages, and this unit in particular has a 2-car garage on the back. So it's a rear entry garage, and a lot of the properties that, as they developed them here in Crozet, and in Old Trail rather, They designed them so that they do not look at the front of the property, so you do have to go back in behind it, and they develop streets just for that.
Yeah, back alleyway to get into your
alleyway.
garage in the back, and so that you don't have to park your car in the front of the house or in the garage in the front. You can have
Right.
rear entrance to it, which makes it kind of nice. Makes the streets really nice and clean a lot of times along the street, as far as traffic goes and cars being parked along the road. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and take you to another property here in Old Trail, and we'll see you there in just a second. So here in our next neighborhood in the Old Trail neighborhood, and we're in the Lower Ballard neighborhood. And the particular home that you see behind me here recently sold. It sold for $825,000. It was built in 2011. It has 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, and it has 3,721 square feet, which is about $222 a square foot. A couple of really neat things about this property as well. There's 2 covered porches, one in the front and one in the rear. It also has 9-foot ceilings inside, and it has, like Leslie was talking about earlier, it has a rear entrance garage in the back, which has 2 cars.
Yep.
And so one of the other neat things about the Old Trail neighborhood is some of the neighborhoods have like a little Billy Green section. I'll just kind of turn around and show that to you, but just nice little green areas. And so just a really neat feature. And if you look on down the way, a lot of the neighborhoods you can see here in the background, a lot of them have playgrounds in them as well for kids. And so just a really neat thing to have in some of the neighborhoods. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at our last neighborhood here, and we'll be there in just a second. So we're here in the Upper Ballard neighborhood of Old Trail, and the Upper Ballard neighborhood is really known for its luxury living, luxury houses. The houses in this area you're going to see have a price range of between $900,000 and about $1.6 million. The other thing is they're much larger houses, as you can see. They range between about 3,500 square foot and over 6,000 square feet. Of course, they have multiple car garages, and they have a little bit bigger lots than some of the other places here in the Old Trail neighborhood. Most of the lots here are between a half acre and about 2/3 of an acre. The mountain views are always a great thing about living here. And
Neighbors.
neighbors, and
Friendly.
you know what, as long as we're talking about it, let's just talk about it. We talked to several of the neighbors here in the neighborhood, and it's a fantastic neighborhood. And we asked some of the neighbors, you know, what do you like about it? Why did you move here? Why do you live here? And they said the thing that they like the most is that there's a real sense of community here. And their kids all get out and play together, and they
Taking care of each other without getting into each other's business.
yeah.
So.
And they really said that too, that like one of the people we talked to, their street gets together several times a year, and they just
They
have
block the alley off.
Yeah.
Which doesn't go over well with the post person, but you know.
Oh well, but they do that, and they get together, and so that's really one of the big things of this community. And one of the people even mentioned to us, it's kind of like going back into the 1950s, where your kids go out and play, and they can go up and down the streets, and there's great safety here in the neighborhood as well. Most of the homes here in the neighborhood are going to have 4 or 5, maybe 6 bedrooms and 4 or 5 baths as well. There's one of the neat things about Old Trail, though, is that in the village center there's shops, and there's stores, there's restaurants, there's doctor's offices, there's an ACAC fitness center.
All kinds of businesses.
Yeah, and so it's all right here in the community, accessible to the residents and other people from outside the community as well. As far as its distance, it's about 5 minutes from downtown Crozet, if that, and it's about 25 minutes to Charlottesville, so it's very conveniently located here in the area. One other thing too, in addition to the downtown activities. There's a golf course here, Old Trail Golf Course, which is a fantastic golf course. There's a swimming club. There's tennis courts. There's even in the neighborhoods. There's like one of the neighborhoods we're in. There's a bocce ball court right there, you know. And so just really neat neighborhood and a lot of things to do here in this neighborhood. Of course, one of the things I like, it makes it very safe and very convenient. Nice sidewalks along all of the streets here in all of the communities. So that being said, we want to take you and show you one of the homes here in this neighborhood and give you an idea about the value of home that you can get. And as far as value goes, the builders that have built in here and that are continuing to build, they really do a good job. They're quality builders. And so you're going to get a quality product in this particular neighborhood. So let's go ahead and down the street here a little bit and we'll show you the home we want to take a look at. So we're here at the home that we'd like to show you in this particular neighborhood here in the Upper Ballard neighborhood. And this particular home is currently on the market. It's listed for $1,195,000. It has 4 bedrooms and 4.5 baths. And it is 4,200 square feet. Which is about $284 a square foot, and it was built in 2007. One of the neat things about this property is that it has 9-foot ceilings in it, and then there's something that Leslie really likes too.
I do. It has a double-sided fireplace in it, which means you can sit inside the house while the fire is burning and see outside. You can sit on the deck, see the fire from the outside and looking inside. It's kind of a cool feature on some of the houses in this neighborhood.
Yeah, and that is really nice, especially in the nice cool winter night or in the summer as well. You might not have the fire on, but you got the porch, the out back where you can sit. And
there's something that Stefan likes about this house.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right behind, just to the right a little bit, is the 10th green for Old Trail Golf Course. And so neat little feature. And then I'll turn around here and just show you right here. Old Trail Pond is right here, and you have access to the pond and usage of the pond as well. So like I say, this is just one of the homes here that is currently for sale in the Upper Ballard neighborhood in Old Trail. And however, at the beginning of the video,
don't forget. Yep.
We told you we were going to share with you something unique to the area.
No, this turkey was going to share something with
You believe her.
I know.
Anyway, we're going to take you out and show you what's unique to the area, this little hidden gem. Well, at the beginning of the video, this person
and that turkey.
we told you that we were going to share with you a hidden gem here in the Crozet area, and we're here. We're at the Kelly Bronze Turkey Farm. And the cool thing about the Kelly Bronze Turkey Farm is that this particular turkey is known as the Rolls Royce of all turkeys, okay? Originally, Kelly Bronze started in England in the 1950s, and they moved over to the United States here, and this is the only Kelly Bronze turkey farm in the entire United States, right outside of Crozet here. And I'll turn around and show you a little bit of the farm here, and as you can see, there's not a whole lot going on right now because of the time of year that it is, but I'm sure in the summertime this place is hopping, getting ready for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, and you can make all your orders online if you go to the Kelly Bronze website. But so just really kind of neat, a little hidden gem here, not necessarily a place to visit necessarily, but a place where you might get a turkey for Thanksgiving or Christmas this year that you've never had before. And Leslie will tell you why they're special.
Well, they're all free range. They're wild turkey, bred to be, I don't know, unique. They're not a white feathered turkey. They've got bronze feathers, which is Kelly Bronze. Kelly is the last name of the person who started them. And they are bred to be wild and range free. So they have them outside most of the seasons of the year. And they say that they are a tastier, darker meat, juicier.
Yeah.
So they are considered by many chefs to be the Rolls Royce of turkeys.
Yeah, I know one of the things I read on their website, a lot of chefs have talked about them, even Gordon Ramsay.
Oh.
And I guess he's probably not too easy to convince, to please. That's right. So, but anyway, like I say, this is just kind of another neat little nugget about the area out here that we live in. And if you're looking to move to Virginia, Mountain Valley, Charlottesville, Crozet, or even over across the mountain in the Shenandoah Valley, pick up the phone and give us a call. Shoot us a text, send us an email. That information's all in the description below, and we'll be happy to help you make your move to Virginia as smooth as possible. And like we always say, until next time, we'll see you around town. So, after you're done with another day of touring another town, where do you go? Well, Leslie and I go to Mi Rancho Mexican here in Crozet. See you later.